As traditional churches like Brentwood Baptist and Mount Zion Baptist Church reach out to more and more people, their congregations are blooming into megachurches. As their memberships swell, their buildings must change and grow to meet the needs of thousands of new parishioners.
Well, we started running out of space, both in the parking lots and within our church, and we couldn't hardly get in or out, kind of like sardines. We looked at what would we be when we grew up, our maximum of about 4,300 people on the campus at any one session, and that would put us way beyond anything we could do at the old property, which said we had to go to a new property.
People who come to a smaller building, when the church is growing and they see a smaller building, a lot of people decide, you know, I'm not gonna go, I know I'm not gonna get a seat. When you have more space, it opens up more opportunity. So I think it's more inviting when it's a larger building.
Well, one of the things when we designed the church, we wanted it to be visible in a best way. The steeple is 175 feet. The cross itself is 6 feet 2 in height and 3 feet in the cross beam. We feel that the steeple and cross is important to us, and we felt that it'd wave at those that are coming down the interstate and be an invitation. We had a trucker pull in just about a month ago with an 18-wheeler, parked his rig here in his t-shirt, and came to church.
But these growing churches have found that expansion on such a large scale places new demands on church design.
And I think it's going to be an ongoing challenge for any mega church to deal with flowing of people and how you do that internally and externally. So, you know, that's an issue. And just basically being able to facilitate the various things that could happen, you know, just in a big church. Out here we have one entrance, one exit, so you have to have security guards and traffic directors to flow traffic.
We've got double layer hallways so they can go upstairs and downstairs. So we looked as a very critical thing because we had such a problem at our old church. We could not move, parents couldn't pick up their kids without others bumping into them because the little 8-foot hallway was the total passageway. So we looked at that very critically and looked at making sure that we could get people through when we were at the maximum capacity of going in the same opposite directions at the same time.
Good morning, how are you this morning?
The churches also face the challenge of creating a sense of intimacy in a much larger space.
Well, one of the things that our congregation expressed is they wanted a feeling of closeness. So we knew if we go from, say, a 700-seat sanctuary to a 2,300-seat sanctuary, the seats won't be as good. We didn't want any Bob Euchre seats. And so we looked at the design of a fan shape. You notice how it's designed here. Just so people could feel closer to the stage, to the pastor, to the choir, those kind of things.
We actually, when we began the project, we had one balcony. The church was continuing to grow, and we thought, well, let's put another balcony on top, then creating a kind of radius where everybody would kind of seem very connected to what was going on from the pulpit and even in the building. And so I think that there is a sense, though, however, that I have to reach out a little more. You know, those of you on the third balcony, you know, I'm talking to you today, you know.
Modern advances in technology are also essential in conveying their message.
Today, our society is a visual society. And so one of the things we wanted to make sure that we had was the video screens. We've got monitors throughout the church, 21 out in our foyers and things like that. Music was very important to us, and we want to make sure that we heard the musicians and the music and not all the other sounds. So we've designed our heating cooling system so you can't hear that when it goes off and on. The ceiling is designed for special acoustics and good sound absorption. A lot of effort put into making sure that we hear what we want to hear and we don't hear what we don't want to hear.
Really, I said often you can't have an 8-track ministry in a CD generation. It just doesn't fit, you know, with the sound and video ministry. We just want to take it to the next level. And in this day and time, as people are used to technology ever changing, we wanted to make certain that we were trendsetters. We feel pretty good about it. Fiber optics being used in the ministry and our sound system and things like that. And We use a lot of technology with our monotron screens, a lot of PowerPoint presentations. As I preach, scriptures come up on the screens.
When you got it, say, I got it.
Some people feel like it's very commercial or programmed or production. You know, they see the cameras going, they think it's one of those, okay, ready, set, go, you know, and they don't realize that it's actually the same sincerity placed in this, and these other things are just technology at work. And so I think that that's one of the challenges of preaching to a large church. But overall, I think the blessings outweigh the challenges.